A nice Christmas present.
Yeah, it was. The offense came was a little more upbeat, knocked down some big shots, some big threes when we need them. Gowan with a couple, and Nelly had a couple, and I thought Elijah was really, really good again handling the basketball. He handled against continuous pressure for the full game, and I don't know how many turnovers he had, if he had any. It doesn't look like they've got him down for 3, but for as much as he handled the basketball, I thought he was really good.
We go into 2022 on a nice little roll here. We're 12-1, a nice record coming out of the Christmas tournament. Nice things to build on. I know their coach will tell us that there's a lot still to work on, but this is a fun group to watch grow and learn.
Well, we've already seen them get better, and that's the fun thing when you can go through a season and watch these guys progress with their individual skill, but as well as their team. And we've seen that already. We're starting to see different guys do different things that they weren't comfortable with earlier on in the season, starting to experiment and become a weapon, more of a weapon out on the court. So as you said, it's nice to see these guys get better, improve, and we get a chance to watch them every game.
You and I both have watched a lot of games this year, but I'm not sure that any team I thought brought more pressure to us than Granite City did with their man-to-man pressure.
Yeah, I give credit to their coaching staff. They got the guys playing hard, that's for sure. They struggled offensively, but man, they gave us continuous pressure, and it's nice to see. Coach Alexander talks about getting a chance to see different teams all the time when we come here, but you also get to see different styles of play. We saw zone, we saw 1-3-1, and then there with Madison, and then today with Granite City we saw some big-time pressure man.
Coach always talks about how much he likes this group and how much they work hard and they're in tune with what they want to do. But one thing I think we've seen that's been consistent throughout this year so far has been the effort that these kids put forward.
Yeah, there is never complained about that, and normally he doesn't have to worry about that. That's kind of one of the things when you wear the red and green. The effort will always be there, or you won't be. You'll be sitting by him a little more than you'll be out on the court.
Even though we gave up 38 today, more than our average, I don't think he can complain too much about the defense.
No, pretty good again, and Gross kind of got off there in the third and fourth quarter, but other than that, you're looking at the stats. The Warriors shoot 16 of 44 from the field for 36%, so you did a good job from the field goal, holding their field goals. 1 of 20 from 3, and they were 5 of 11 from the free throw line for 46%. The Warriors had 26 total rebounds. Maybe a little bit the stats you don't like to see. 12 offensive rebounds for Granite City. That's a little high, I think, for Coach Alexander's likings. 7 assists on 8 turnovers, 4 blocks, and 7 steals for the Warriors. They were led today by Tyrese Grove with 12, 7 for Johnny Smith, 6 for Mark Yarbrough, 5 points for Markel Longstreet, 4 for Tristan Riggins, and 2 apiece for Trayvon Bond and Tyreek Thomas. Again, the Granite City Warriors fall to 8-6. The Railers shoot 18 of 38 for 47%. They were 4 of 11 from 3 for 36%, and 11 of 18 from the free throw line, 61%. They were led in scoring today by Elijah Paulus. Paulus with a nice floor game, 14 points for the senior, 8 of 10 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 turnovers, and 1 steal for the seniors. 2 more Railers in double figures. Peyton Cook with 11 and Camden Nelson also with 11. 6 points for Jake Biven, 5 for Aiden Gowan, and 4 for the freshman Drew Hayes. The Railers had 30 total rebounds. Again, the Railers pretty good on the offensive rebounds. Of those 30, 11 were offensive rebounds. 9 assists on 10 turnovers, no blocks, and 4 steals. Points in the paint, the Railers led at 24-16. And nice job by the Railers too. Second chance points, 11-5 over Granite City, and Granite City got us on the fast break points, as a lot of their points came from turnovers, which led into layups. 14-2 in fast break points.
Josh, Cam Nelson, 3 of 7 from the floor, 3 of 6 from three-point line. I think he missed the first 3 3 3-pointers he took, and then hit the last 3 that he took.
Yeah, he really was a spark all season or all tournament. He had that one here at the end of half that got us going a little bit, and then had a couple there in the second half. So when you can start to get Bivin and those guys and Paulus getting to the basket, and then you've got some shooters, if you can surround them with Gowan and Nelson, boy, your chances to score become a little easier.
Peyton Cook, a nice game, 5 of 8 from the floor, 6 rebounds, 11 points. Josh, one thing we sit here and notice, you'd have to believe this is a better free throw shooting team than 11 out of 19 from the free throw line.
Yeah, we kind of struggled all tournament from the free throw line. From what we're accustomed to seeing for the Railers. So I think that's a point of concern for the Railers, especially as you get down to, farther into the season, that you've got to, these close games, as Coach talked about, possession by possession, this team's going to be because we just lack the scoring. Man, those free throws are big.
Well, win number 1871 in school history. Let's go ahead and send it back to the station for a 2-minute timeout while we wait for Neil Alexander on the postgame show. Back at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, where we're joined by the victorious offensive coach here today, the guy that coached the offense to 51-38 victory over Granite City. Coach, congratulations on the win.
Well, thank you. Kids have had a good tournament. Coming down here, you're going to play good competition and different kind of competition, and that's why you go to tournaments, is to be able to do that, to find your weaknesses and things that you have and so forth. So it's been a very productive trip. We know things that we still got to work on, but those are basically things that we've known all along, what we have to continue to work on. So, but I'm proud of the kids. They play hard. They never quit, and they've got a little bit of spunk to them.
Yeah, you're right, Coach. Nice today to get 3 guys in double figures. Paulus with 14, Cook with 11, and Nelson again with some big threes for the Railers with 11. Just kind of nice for the guys to see the ball go in the basket a little bit more.
Yeah, and for coaches too. That team there, they scored 38 points. I think we gave up a lot in transition defense. That's one thing that we haven't done all year, is we've always kept people in front of us, but they were much more, they were quicker to the basket and created problems for us and got some easy scores. And you can't do that when you're playing possession ball. You got to be able to make them work for everything they get and not give them great opportunities. It was either all the offensive rebound or a turnover that we had that they were able to get out and get down the floor for easy scores.
Josh and I were talking, they brought about as much quickness and about as much pressure pressure as I think we've seen so far this year. And I thought Elijah did a pretty good job of handling it.
Elijah's getting better every day. I'm really, his scoring's going up. I think it's going up because he's getting more comfortable in the position and what we're doing and everything. But I think he's played a really good tournament and has had outstanding, 3 days here. And hopefully he'll continue. And, it's just hard work. And people don't understand when you take and you're responsible for getting people where they're supposed to be. And if you want to try to be a scorer, that doesn't work. Josh, you've been around long enough to know the point guard position is one that makes more sacrifices than anyone. And Elijah's done that.
Yeah, I think, Coach, too, you kind of saw maybe not so much this year, but last year he didn't have to handle the ball much, but he may not have even wanted to as much. And I thought today he really, really wanted the ball.
Yeah, and he done a nice job taking off and under control. I don't know if he had he had 3 turnovers, but against that pressure, we'll take that. And only having 10 turnovers also is a big plus for us.
Yeah, a couple big offensive rebounds, I thought, too, Coach, by Hayes, just kind of hanging around there. It gets when you struggling to score and you got to, if you're not getting them from the free throw line, you got to find ways to get those easy baskets. And Hayes just kind of hanging around a little bit. 11 offensive rebounds for the Railers today and 4 big points from him.
Yeah, and he's just getting focused. And eventually, we're going to get Darren Stevens back. He's just been slow from the COVID, and it's hung on with him a little bit longer than the rest of our guys. So we'll get him back and get him playing some sophomore ball and get him a little bit stronger. And what we found out was the kids that have had the COVID is it's the breathing coming back and their conditioning and
like Jake's struggling a little bit from that as well.
Yeah, and but Jake just plays so darn hard. There's nothing, nobody plays harder than what him, and Saucy's another one that really plays hard and really needs blows, and we're really quite happy with where we're at this point. It's not you ask our coaching staff when we first started and finished summer basketball what our record would be at this point. Not many would be close to it right now.
Nelly missed his first 3 threes and then got you a big one here at the end of the first half and hit a nice 3 down there on the other end, kind of going away from the basket. That required some strength. He never stopped shooting the basketball.
He's one that you don't have to worry about that'll let her fly.
It's getting quick, too.
Yeah.
His catch and release is really quick.
And it's important to be able to do those things. And, you teach the kids, try to get them to work when we do our shooting drills. That you got to do it game speed. Kids that don't do it game speed and then during the game they look over at you, why can't I make a shot? Well, go back to practice. When you go half speed and people are speeding you up in a game, it's a whole different shot. And you got to work on and you have to shoot the basketball with quickness and get it off quick, and you have to practice that. So he's getting better at it. He's going to have to because his feet's not getting much quicker.
Well, and they're going to start. Your guys are going to, as you play more local now, everybody's going to know who he is, and the scouting report's going to be out on him.
Yeah, and I even felt like they come out. I know Quincy was they found him real hard and quick, and but if they play us man-to-man, we can find shots. And, they played us man-to-man, and we are a much better team against what we saw today than against zones and things. So we will just continue going. We got, 8 weeks left, and hopefully we can continue. And, right now, our goal now is back to the conference, but we're taking them one at a time, and our goal is a number 1 seed in the regional. So that's what we're going to have to do.
Yeah, well, Coach, get the guys back home safe and sound, and probably get a couple days off from games. And then we've gotten back into a rescheduled game to start the week?
Yeah, we get back. Originally we didn't play till the 7th of January, but we had to put one a couple days earlier. So we go to Charleston on the 5th, and Charleston's leading the conference at 4-0. So that'll be a big game for us. So hopefully we can come out with our defense, and they're scoring a lot of points. So it'll be another great challenge for us.
Gowan took a shot there. Is he okay?
Well, he got his eye scratched, and he was really blurred, and that should have been stoppage of play right there.
Yeah.
Stoppage of play. You don't give a team an advantage because I didn't see it. Okay, you didn't see it, but at least stop the play, and if you want to give a ball to them, but you don't let them go down and score an easy basket. But I think we busted back, and I'm not sure they scored out of that.
They turned the ball over.
If I remember right, didn't that the one Polis came down here and stole the basketball?
Yeah, so I hope he's better. That got to have those eyes to.
Yeah, and we're going to take a couple days off, and we'll come back New Year's Day and shoot, and we'll get ready for Charleston, and then that's Wednesday. Friday we play at Mahomet, who's got 2 losses, but they were 1-point defeats to Charleston and Mattoon. So those are 2 top teams that have beaten Mahomet. So these 2 games this week are big, and then Friday night or Saturday night we got Lanphier coming.
Well, a nice Christmas present for you and the coaching staff to walk out of here 3-1.
Yeah, playing Quincy, we played tough. We had our chances there. We would like to have been a step farther, but it didn't happen. But our kids come out and played, and nobody expected us to be where we were at and so forth. So we can do that.
We walk out 3-1 and a better basketball team.
I think so, and we only continue to do the things that we're doing, and hopefully we'll get even better.
Well, as Coach said, our next game is on the road at Charleston. Was it Wednesday night? Are we on the road at Charleston?
Wednesday night, and that's a 6:00 start.
All right.
For the JV.
Coach, thanks for joining us on the postgame show. Congratulations on the victory. Railer Nation, I'm sure, enjoyed that one. Had a nice crowd come down from Lincoln for this afternoon's game. Yeah,
and I thank you guys for making the trip, staying down here the week, and it's always a great place to come. And, we talked about it yesterday, playing the 2 games yesterday, I think really messes up what you can do and what you can't. But, it was something that was, got to play when you're scheduled, and we've done that.
Well, now you can go home 3-1. You go home in the afternoon. You don't have to stay around all day at the mall trying to figure out what to do with the kids.
Well, I'm going to stay and watch some games. So maybe I'll learn something.
Thanks for joining us on the postgame show, Coach. We appreciate it. Congratulations on the win.
Okay, thank you.
Well, that's going to wrap it up here from Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium as they get set for another session here at Collinsville High School. Lincoln wins at 51-38, walks home with the 5th place trophy. On behalf of cameraman Ryan Awe, who did a great job running things despite the technical difficulties this week. For station manager and our producer back at the station, Jim Ash. For my broadcast partner, Josh Connick. For Scott Kirby, who hopefully was listening to some of the broadcasts and will be back as the regular voice of the Railers here before long. Lincoln won today, 51-38. We ask that you patronize our sponsors. Thank them for bringing you Lincoln Rail Splitter basketball at home and on the road. Again, the girls play this evening at 6:15 for the title up at Peoria Manual against Dunlap. The Railers now stand at 12-1. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. We know that Railer Nation enjoyed the outcome. From Collinsville, Illinois, good afternoon, everyone. It's time to send you back to WLCN 96.3 FM. This is Jay Harden. Good afternoon.